Greetings, listeners, and welcome back to another holiday session with the Wednesday Night Crew. This time, we are playing a group of travelers that get stuck in a picturesque Hallmark movie town, and the hijinks that ensue when we try to leave. We hope you enjoy Christmas is Coming. Let's jump right into the action.
All right. Greetings, loyal listeners. Today we're going to do something different, as it is the holidays and the GM for the one shot is out. So what I have is a one-page framework, a game written by Grant Hewitt. If you're interested, he has a Patreon. You can look that up. But what we are doing is a feel-good channel holiday movie. Now, my late sister-in-law used to, starting in November, would just put these on in the background and keep them running while she was like getting ready for the various holidays. And so rest assured, this is coming from a position of love. However, we all know the genre is ripe for mockery. As such, let's introduce our players. Griffin, how about Griffin?
Yeah. So, my name's Griffin. I'm a pretty big deal in the culinary world. I make really kick-ass food. I work hard and I play hard, and I mean that's the general gist. I always carry I carry as much of my tools with me as I can, because you never know when I have to cook something up to show somebody up. So that's really kind of my jam.
You said in your profile that you always carry your knives with you. That may come in handy.
Great. Excellent. And they're always sharp too.
Frank, what's your story?
Yeah, I'm Frank Gruber. I'm a junior marketing executive, and I am the holidays are all about how much you spend on the gifts that you give. They pump the profits for the rest of the fourth quarter. It makes it the best quarter of the year, if you know what I'm talking about. So Christmas is all about it's about the money, the gifts, the transactions. That's how you show people you love them during the holidays, and that's all that really matters. VCRs, great gifts.
Sean, who are you playing?
I'm Kyle Cambridge. That's Dr. Kyle Cambridge to you. Unlike my friend Frank here, the fourth quarter of the year is the worst. I'm a veterinarian surgeon, and it's not a great gig because a lot of times you're dealing with sick dogs and cats, but this damn elf on the shelf tradition that's really kicked off in the last 15 years, all it means is a bunch of dogs eating stuffed animals they shouldn't. They get a lot of intestinal blockage, and here I am having to be called out in the middle of the night to operate on a golden doodle to make sure he doesn't die because he's eating an elf on the shelf. Why can't people just have trees like they used to have and not have these stupid stuffed animals that half the time they don't know where it is? Oh, maybe it got hidden somewhere else. No, it's always in the dog's stomach. That's the answer.
Excellent. You are all traveling on the days leading up to Christmas. Are you traveling together? Are you like separately? Are you, why is it specifically that you are not at home with all your loved ones?
Oh, I fucking hate Christmas with my family. It's the worst. It's the worst. Because I work long shifts, because I work all these private parties and everything leading up to it. I mean, I guess this would be the first time in a while I would get to actually see my family for Christmas, because I did just recently get the opportunity to find a new source of employment as the restaurant I worked at decided to let me go just because I came in one too many times, still wasted from the night before. But I mean, work hard, play hard. They do cookie exchanges and it's gross. It's just, I know the cookies aren't, I know what they do in their kitchens. I don't want to eat their cookies. I don't Yeah, I don't really like Christmas like that. I like Christmas carols though. Those are fun. That's a good time.
And
All right,
the reason he came into work wasted that day is he was out partying with me. You see, I know how to go ahead and throw an absolute rager. He was out with me, way too long that last night. And so, I took him to a couple of the clubs that we know, but anyways, he's down on it. I decided we was talking about it, and I figured I'll go on a trip with him here this Christmas. He doesn't get along with all that. My brother's gonna understand. He invited me over, but I was never gonna go. So I decided to come on out, and I told him we were busy on. It was a work thing, I always have a work thing.
So my fraternity brother, he's got. It's not. He doesn't even do the dog show thing. He pays somebody to prance his little toy poodle around at these dog shows all the time. Well, somehow he had my number because I said, hey, if you ever need anything, let me know. And I get called out to bum whatever, wherever the hell we are, just so I can operate because his damn toy poodle, a little bit of ringworm, is it? Oh, okay. Well, let me come take a look, I guess. I'll spend my holidays away from home just to help out your stupid little toy poodle, not even a real type of dog. All right. So here I am in town that I don't want to be at during the holidays. What the hell, man? Never ends with these people.
You are all driving either, in one car, probably multiple, because, the vet's not a partying, it sounds like. But you're traveling along a certain interstate along the lake that and of course, the lake effect snow is starting to pour down. You can't see the lines. You can't see the guardrails. You can't see anything except, thank God, there is a plow in front of you, which is not even keeping up with the amount of snow pouring down. You don't want to pull off in Ashtabula, but you can't drive. You can't drive in this, and you don't want to be stranded on the road. It's dangerous. You'll probably freeze to death before they find you. So the plow's slowing down. It starts to pull over. It's going to, at an interchange that you don't recognize, but it's going to do the clover leaf and go back the other way and do its other share on the other side, do its little route. You take the opportunity to follow this road that you've exited on. Again, the trees, the only way you're not hitting a tree is because that's how you're marking the edge of the road. And you, to your surprise, the snow starts to lighten the further you get from the highway. And you pull into a small town square where the snow is still squalling, but it's no longer white out. You can see buildings around. The roads are not clear, but they're clear enough for your SUVs. You are in a town, which I'm sure you see. I hope you see on the screen.
I do.
Ignore the place names, please. All you know is that you pull your car into town square. It's late afternoon. Somehow there is light in the snow and sunlight, I mean. And you think this is as good a place as any to wait out the storm.
Fair enough. I'm following whatever this jag off in front of me is driving a Porsche SUV. Must be some sort of junior executive who thinks he's hot shit, doesn't have a real Porsche, has to get a Porsche SUV while I'm driving along in my sensible Ford Bronco that's big enough that if necessary, I could put a big dog in the back. But at least he's clearing the road for me and not driving too much like an asshole. So I'm following him, and when he stops, I pull up beside him and say, "Hey, thanks for guiding me into town there, buddy."
What's that supposed to mean, you know?
You were following the plow pretty close, and I followed you. So at least I didn't have to trailblaze my own way through this crappy snow. Where the hell are we?
Beats me. All I know is if I was gonna go through any more of them snow out there, felt like I was drunk already. Figured I might as well pull over and we start this off right. Yeah, Griffin.
See,
Hell yeah.
you were wondering where you are. You see, you're on the street across the north that says Public Square. You see that there's to the south of you is large open space, which, as you might imagine, might be the Public Square. In the center of that is a gazebo that is built around a giant fir tree. To the right, to the east, you can see through the light snow that there's a sign that says Istrad City Hall. To the north, west, and south, as far as you can tell, they're all quaint little buildings like you would expect, say, perhaps in the historical district of a small town America. Just directly to the north is what looks like a bed and breakfast, a craft shop, and a coffee shop on the corner.
What time of day is this?
It's late afternoon.
Okay.
Time is going to be kind of wishy, squishy, timey-wimey during this.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that by the end of Act 3, it's Christmas morning.
I got it. Thanks again for the lift, guys. I gotta get a coffee, wake myself up, and use the facilities, if you know what I mean. I'm heading to this cafe.
And you know what? I don't see the bar around here. Coffee will keep us going here. See if we can wait some of this lake effect wet crap out.
They better have some good espresso here. I'm going to be pissed.
Listen, I know it's not what you're used to, Griffin, but come on, it's coffee.
See, you saying it like that is already a problem, Frank. I mean, we're cool. We have a good time hanging out together and stuff. But I've got to educate you a little bit on the finer things, buddy. Really, there's better stuff than Folgers out there. You know what I mean?
I'm assuming you're going into the cafe.
Yep.
As that's what you're.
Yep.
What you said anyway.
But we're not going just because this guy said he's going, right? I mean, we're going on our own. We're not just following this guy, right? Let's be clear.
That's Doctor This Guy to you?
Oh, sorry, Doctor This Guy. Nice to meet you. My name's Griffin.
Kyle.
Maybe you've heard of me. I'm pretty big in the culinary world.
Unless that culinary world includes Puppy Chow or Meow Mix, I probably haven't heard of you.
Are you saying dog food?
So you're a Purina guy, is what I'm hearing.
I recommend Bill Jack to my customers, but yeah.
The coffee shop's name is Holly's Jolly Cafe. You enter, and the barista's name greets you warmly. Hi, haven't seen you around. Welcome to Istrad. This is, what do you have?
Coffee black, please.
Give me a cup of that Joe too.
Good thing, because you don't actually see a espresso machine, but he does. He does have several like bins and a conical grinder, and he's you just ask for regular, but you see that the glass jars with they have a roaster in the back, and he's got several different roasts and different flavors, and he's got a Christmas brew already on the burner, but he'll brew up fresh.
Do you at least have a French press? At least have a
yes,
French press.
Yes, he does.
All right, I'll take a French press. You can just put the grinds and the water in there and give it to me. I'll take it from there.
Okay. You get the regular medium roast, and or he just assumes and puts that in there. You other fellows,
medium roast is fine. Have you heard anything about the weather? I'm not supposed to be here, and I need to get out of town. Somebody's expecting me. Like, is this storm going to pass anytime soon? Do you get a lot of snow here?
Oh, it's traditional. We get snow every year. And we often get like travelers coming through looking for shelter. This is tradition. He gets you just a pour over and just a drip for
just get me what's hot. Get me what's hot. I don't have time to wait for none of this.
All right. Well, he doesn't give you the drip. He gets that's already on the burner that's been made is the holiday candy cane flavor. And what else does he do? He offers you cookies, of course. They're homemade.
Sure. How much is all this? I'll buy for my friends here because I'm a nice guy.
Well, the quotidian details are you're surprised that it's actually like it's as if the inflation has not happened since 1987. So I don't know what it was then.
Here's a couple bucks. Here's $2. Keep the change, buddy.
Oh, you're such a nice guy.
So you are from out of town then. Are you gonna try to press on tonight? Traditionally, that's generally not advised. The route to the highways are usually snowed in by this time.
I mean, you can't have the same weather every single
It's
year.
Tradition.
I mean, that's not really how tradition works. But if the snow doesn't let up, I'm staying here tonight.
I feel like this guy's asking a lot of weird questions.
But it's not. It's not tradition though. Like it's just a coincidence if it snows the same amount.
Right, and 3 times as enemy action, right? Okay.
Yeah, but not tradition.
Well, my boss Holly, her mom owns the bed and breakfast. Just back the way you came, a few buildings.
All right. Do you think they've got room, or is it tradition that they're usually filled up?
It's tradition that it's full, and they make room for everyone.
Wow, that's fantastic. Speaking of traditions, I look around. I don't see an elf on the shelf here, do I?
You do, actually. Behind the nestled in with all the coffee supplies, the paper cups and such, there's a beady looking eyes on this little, it could be a doll.
Is it behind the counter?
It is.
Hey man, can I see that? Can I see that elf on the shelf thing? I love these things.
He doesn't like to be touched.
Is that another
Good.
one of them traditions there, the elf?
Does he not like to be touched traditionally, or
It just wouldn't be a good idea.
Fair enough.
You could
People
swear that I'm not going to make you do a insight check or a perception, but the elf might not be smiling at you anymore.
Well, I'm definitely not smiling at it. Keep your dogs away from that thing, I say.
Oh, the
I'm not-
dogs don't. Don't worry about that. The dogs don't like them.
Smart dogs. All right, I'm gonna go look for a place for the night. That I white knuckled it the whole way here, and I need to lay down.
Hey, you got a
He
bar
does-
around here? Anywhere serves a drink a little bit stronger than a caffey?
Let me see. I'm sure there's one or more. But let's just say that down south of the square, we're going to spend most of our time around the square, is Houlihan's.
yeah,
Irish
Frank,
pub.
let's go. Let's see if we can make sure to reserve a room, and then we can go hit the bar and then come back to the room.
There you go.
Something,
That
you know.
way we can just come back and crash.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Yeah. You know what? That seems reasonable.
Hey, Dr. Nice Guy.
Yes.
Do you just want to? Why don't you just come have a beer with us before you're like, oh, I gotta go to bed. I mean, you just had a coffee. Isn't that going to keep you? Isn't that going to make you awake for a little bit? You want to come have a beer? It's like middle of the day.
All right. You
What's
twisted
the worst?
my arm.
What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, you ever been drugged doing surgery on a dog? You know the answer to that.
I mean, I've been drunk butchering animals for service. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
so you
kinda
do.
the same,
So
right?
you do. Yeah, you do
Little
know
bit.
you do know what I'm talking about. Then
Listen, weird things happen in the fraternity house. I can neither confirm nor deny that that's ever happened. All right.
oh yeah, what fraternity were you in, bud?
It was Alpha 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 because we were all alphas, you know.
Frank,
Triple
man,
alpha.
you got some skeletons in that closet, bro. I don't know, man. But you were a blast to hang out with.
So
All right, let's go.
see.
Yeah, let's go get this room. Let's get this party going. Let's try to make the best out of a not so great situation here. No offense, I say to the barista as we leave.
He
Tastes
wishes you a good
weird,
day.
anyways. It had some mint or something mixed in. You know, it was.
So you go as you're walking east back towards where you was told the bed and breakfast was. You pass your cars and you notice that your cars are the only cars in on the streets. Everybody else is like walking. Most of them are converging on the square. There's scaffolding set up. They are decorating the main tree. It's not too far to walk. It's obviously just a downtown public square. It's not very far. But there is the bed and breakfast where you were told. And it's called Ivy's Bed and Breakfast. You walk in. Ivy greets you. Welcome to Istrad. How may I help you?
I need a room for the night unexpectedly.
Ooh, we'll make the best we can. She calls to two children in the lobby who are decorating the tree, Carl and Carla, the twins, whether they would mind sleeping in the attic because we need your room for some out-of-towners.
Listen, I hope one of them twins are sleeping in a king size, if you know what I'm talking about. All right.
I'm afraid they're bunk beds, so their room can accommodate two of you. And my daughter, Holly, she is traditional. she's used to taking the couch on as Christmas approaches, as we need the rooms for the guests.
Well, I don't know these two, so I'll take Holly's room.
Okay.
They can have the bunk beds. We're not together. I know we came in together, but I need my own room.
All right, and
This
She
is
arranges that.
Dr.
She
Nice
calls-
Guy. This is Dr. Nice Guy. He's a nice guy.
she rings the bell, and Holly, who actually owns a copy shop, does help out her mom around the holidays because busy.
Is this traditional?
It's tradition. We're really big here on tradition here. And Holly is, dare I say it, traditionally beautiful. You all stop a beat as you see her descend the stairs, and Ivy lets her know that some last-minute guests have arrived, and we need to rearrange the rooms to accommodate them. And of course, Carl and Carla go, "Oh."
How old is Holly?
Holly is
Hey.
about, as far as you can tell, she's age appropriate, 30, gorgeous.
I mean, Holly, I don't want you to have to give up your room if you don't want to. I mean, I'm sure we could figure something out.
We can't leave.
I'm Dr. Cambridge, by the way.
Charmed. She that's the. She shakes your hand, and you almost think she expects you to kiss it because it's tradition.
I do then.
But
Of course.
But that's not what she meant, and she is doubly charmed when you do so. And she gives you a smile and say, "We can't let strangers just in need. We need to help out as we can."
This is gross. Let's
I
get a move
also
on. Come
need
on.
to help. I also help out where I can, Holly. And might I say, your shop brews a mighty fine coffee.
We do what we can with what we have. We generally don't get a lot of supplies in through here. But
Is that why you don't have an espresso machine?
Hey, don't listen to him. I don't know what his problem is, but Holly, I appreciate the hospitality you and your mother Ivy are showing us by, especially me, finding me a room.
they're totally into that, into helping strangers. That is part of everybody here in Istrad is, you'll find, is a friendly bunch, and it's traditional to be helpful to strangers.
Well, I hope we don't remain strangers for long, Holly.
I hope not either.
And perhaps you could help us again by showing us where, after we check in, where the nearest bar is.
Oh, it's right across the square there.
I'm not really good with directions. That's how I ended up here in Istrad. Maybe you could show me or join me.
Since it is, I can't. I have so much to do before the holiday.
Hmm.
I mean, I have to help Baker with the cookies for the annual dog race.
My
And I helped
understanding is that this gentleman right here is in food service. Maybe he could help Baker and you could show me around town.
Excuse me? Food service?
All right.
God, what a slap in the face.
When I'm supposed to encourage you in Act 1 to accumulate miracle dice that you can use later in the game.
And how do we do that again?
Okay. We were all busy this week. But
wait, it's in the chat,
you can
right?
either
I'll look at it.
for those of us listening at home, you can either give thoughtful gifts. You can be wild and impetuous. You can share a moment of closeness with the residents,
I'm trying.
or
I'm
you
trying
can
to do that.
help the needy. So every time you like do something that may require a roll, such as, I don't know,
I've both given a tip to the barista and I've been very nice to this young woman, Holly.
Hey, Holly, do you want me to bring you back a beer from after we come back from the bar?
I think Holly's
Oh,
joining
but
me
a
at the bar.
thoughtful jest. Anywho,
First miracle dice. Check. Got it.
as she's are you guys keeping track of these, or should I?
I mean, I can. Did I get one just for offering to bring your beer
No.
back? Oh, damn. Okay.
How thoughtful is that?
Well,
As you guys are talking, and she's having the kids go up and clear the rooms.
I've got to say, I've got at least two at this point. I both gave her a kiss and I tipped the barista. That's 2 dice in my opinion.
that's 1 dice at best. You're being a creeper.
What would you say those would be? Help the needy? Now, Chad has a job.
I don't know. Does she look needy? Wink, wink.
I look needy.
You're helping yourself.
The twins, just for the sake of like moving this along,
Probably best.
you can have help the needy. That would be Dr. Kyle. You tipped, help the needy. You're being nice. Of course, you're being nice to Holly. She's beautiful and friendly. And as you're like being nice to her, and the kids dutifully run upstairs to get the rooms changed, perhaps the most, again, age appropriate, the best looking man you've ever seen walks through the door and says, how are my favorite twins? But, they're already gone. I can't help that. I gotta change the rooms. And so they're gone. And he turns to Holly and asks how they've been. She says they've been lovely. They're as helpful as ever. Look at the tree. Have you met our newest potential residents? And she turns to you. And I don't remember if you guys introduced yourselves or you're just being rude.
Is that what you call guests of the bed and breakfast residents?
I'm not sure if I'm going to be a resident, but I am staying the night until the weather. I'm Dr. Cambridge.
Well, clearly you're just guests now, but it's traditional to be being friendly and showing people around and being helpful. And a lot of travelers choose to stay with us, not just at the bed and breakfast, but
out of game clarification question. Holly is a twin.
Holly is the beautiful woman who is a potential.
Holly's kids are twins.
They're Robin's kids.
Robin's kids. Okay, got it.
But yes, Holly is. She introduces you three to Robin and introduces Robin to you as her friend, who's a music teacher at the local middle school.
Got it. Hey, who are you, man? I say to the handsome guy, what's your deal?
Well, he does, after the introduction, he does say that he is a music teacher. And
I'm Dr. Cambridge. We already met, Griffin.
I'm not talking to you, Dr. Nice Guy.
You said the handsome guy. I assumed.
I stand by my statement. I'm not talking to you.
Nobody's fooled by that, Dr. Kyle. But he does say that you asked about him. He was introduced as the music teacher, and he says there is the holiday pageant is coming up, and he needs it's a stressful time for him. His kids are in it, so he knows like they're up to the challenge. But a typical middle school pageant. He's having trouble getting the program together. What is it that they're going to sing? There's only a few days left, and like all he's got is, this is actually a nod to our character who's not here.
Oh, he's here now.
There he is.
Hello. Hi. How's it going? You're on the line with Tyler Klein.
Well, Tyler Klein, you got like the others, you were basically forced off the highway because of whiteout conditions and piles of lake effect snow. You managed to get off the highway, and strangely enough, the snow started to lessen the further away you got.
Okay.
Funny how lake effect snow happens. And you pulled into this town. There's only 2 other cars here, parked in front of this very bed and breakfast that you walked into. And you see the Griffin, who you may or may not know, Dr. Kyle, who you may or may not know, Frank Gruber.
Right.
And you walked in saying, because you assumed that they all know you, radio personality, would you introduce yourself?
Hi, fellas. It's me, Tyler. I know a few of you from around town. Hey, man, things are getting kind of snowy out there, but this town seems like a nice place to wait out the storm, as it were. What do you say? How you doing? Hi.
No shit. It's on the line, Klein.
Yeah, you're a fan, I see. Well, how you doing?
I rush up to you and give you the complicated bro handshake.
I sort of match it, but I kind of get lost when it goes on a little too much for comfort.
You talked about the last restaurant that I was sous chefing in.
Oh yeah, where was that?
In Callahan's.
Oh, Callahan's. Yeah, Callahan's. Great place for your steaks. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I butchered those damn things every day.
Well, you said it, not me.
Best cuts in town. Oh, I see what you did there. You're funny. You're a funny guy on the line.
Hey, I'm just try. I'm on, I'm off. You know how it goes.
Did you meet Dr. Nice Guy over here? This guy? And I pointed at Kyle.
Hi, I'm Dr. Cambridge. I don't think I've heard your show.
He's Dr. Nice Guy.
Dr. Nice Guy. That sounds like a perfect radio station. Radio host name.
Are you on satellite radio or are you on AM?
No, I'm a local on in the mornings on your 91.1.
Yeah,
I'm on a little sabbatical right now.
I haven't listened to terrestrial radio in I don't know decades probably at this point.
Well,
people still do that, huh?
Yeah. We have towers and everything.
Towers, wow.
Yeah, get that signal out. I like the local because, it gives you part of the community feeling and you get to know what's going on. I mean, you turn on your satellite radio and it's like they're talking about stuff in Los Angeles, New York City. We're talking, we're got to keep it local, I mean, there's other cities, there's other states out there. Am I right?
Sure. Right. So,
all right then.
For expedience, though, there are introductions all around. You notice that Holly, again, age appropriate, most gorgeous woman you've ever seen, who
hello.
Kyle seems to be taking an interest in, and also the most handsome man you've ever seen, approximately the same age, is introduced as the middle school music teacher. And he says, finding out that you're a radio personality, he asks for your help because the holiday pageant is coming up, and he needs somebody to help him come up with the program, like in these next 2 days, that the middle schoolers can sing. So probably like traditional stuff that they all know. If you could help get that together, because he's been roped into running the dog race this year, which is a holiday tradition that they have. There's an annual competition where they deliver cookies to the nearby the town's rival town, Lemonsville, let's say. And they try to get their it's an annual course that they and Lemonville both run the same course and see who can get the cookies delivered first and get back to the finish line.
Well, hey, that sounds, that's a lovely sentiment, that dog thing. That's where it's at. That's what the season's about, I guess. I mean, is it
one
for
of our
show?
traditions.
Or, I mean, what is the cookies for? Do they go to shelters, poor people, that kind of thing?
Oh, that's the thing. It's a charity. We raise money to help the needy. This year we've heard about the awful things that have been happening in Syria, and do they even know it's Christmas? So,
well, I mean, that's
so.
Christianity's been in the area for thousands of years, of probably more more festive and in tune with the season than most Americans are, who just see it as a commercial. I digress, as it were, but I guess my question is is this charity kind of like an all-time thing, or is this kind of just you guys put on a show? Because I understand that. Well, I hate to I get on my soapbox, I talk about the problems of the world, capitalism. There's so much more than just.
You don't bad talk the capitalism. They're the ones that go ahead and write your checks every week.
I mean, it's great that they write my checks, but what about everybody else? Capitalism just feeds on the lower classes and spits them out and chews them up and spits them out. Doesn't even care about them. It's the workers that have the real power, and they need to rise up. That's how I look at it. Things, but anyways, yeah. I digress.
Yeah, that's why I like you, Klein. You tell it like it is.
Well, I see the world out there. I'm out there in the communities. I see who's suffering, and some of them are the most caring people you'll ever meet. Is what I'm saying.
Sorry, Frank. People. Sorry, Frank. We cool, but Klein speaks the truth, man. Hey, you need help. You need help making some cookies so they're not unsafe to eat and gross.
Yes, Hollywood's going to help Baker. That's her name. Make the cookies for the annual dog race.
Holly, why don't you let me help you? That way it'll go faster, and then you can come with all of us and go have a drink or something when it's done.
Yeah, and Kyle, that talk there, that's the reason I'm the one driving the Porsche SUV, okay?
It's just not a sensible vehicle.
And the kids come back down and say, report to Ivy that the rooms are ready. And they run to Robin and say, Daddy, and they give him a big hug. And Robin turns to you and introducing his twins, saying, since he's getting ready for the dog race, he needs somebody to help program the pageant and get the kids ready. His twins obviously are the leads, as far as there are any leads in the choir. So you can work with them if you wish to work on the holiday pageant.
Party split. Split.
The bar that was mentioned is Houlihan's, across the green, across the square. It's white now. It's covered in snow. Next to the bed and breakfast is this pottery thing, is actually a craft shop. If anybody needs to come up with a thoughtful gift. Let's see, what's it say? We've already a half hour in, so we got to move to the next act.
Unless they still
coming down
in there ain't nothing good in that shop.
Probably not.
That'd be a good gift anyways.
Coming down the stairs, I'm not saying that there are a lot of rooms in this bed and breakfast, is a guy you guys don't meet, but he's clearly not a local. I had his name written down. But Ivy greets him as Mr. Jones. He looks just as you would expect a tech bra to look, Tech Bra Jones. He's got his, you, Frank, may think he's a wealthy entrepreneur, but he's dressed as I would call a poser. Tech bra with his cell phone that he's always talking on. But who wants to do it? You don't have to do an insight check. It doesn't seem that it's a typical one-sided conversation. And he's bitching to Ivy that he's got the worst reception here. He keeps cutting, his cell phone keeps cutting out, and all he gets is Joe Rogan podcasts. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but so she said she apologizes. There's not really much she can do about it. That's we don't have a nearby cell tower in most of the time. He said, he looks at you fellows and not being particularly friendly, like outsiders. He just gives you a curt nod, doesn't wait for introductions, which Holly offers, but he just goes outside. I'm going to the Houlihan's. And he goes out across the square.
Holly, is there a different bar than Houlihan's? I'm not sure if I want to hang out with that guy.
It would be off the map.
Well, maybe you and I can go to your coffee shop and make them a little bit of
can we stop by the bakery first and get some
sure breakfast? That'd be great.
And more supplies for the coffee shop.
Sure. I'd love that.
Okay, who else is splitting?
Well, I mean, if someone was asking for my help as a radio personality, I would try to help out as I can there.
Okay, you can head to the middle school with Carl and Carla, and they can help you work on the pageant. Again, all you need to, I don't know what you need to do.
I mean,
but he had asked you to help him with the programming and maybe get the kids to maybe give them a couple, let them run through what they have already, and so you can see how much practice they need.
All right. Well, I mean, let's see what these kids have. What do you need to be like MC the thing? Is what's the, what kind of songs have they been practicing? I mean, oh, please.
Oh, all the best ones.
Please
Holly Jolly Christmas.
Ugh.
Oh, Christmas Tree.
Ugh.
Deck the Halls.
It's just all these songs are like, they don't really speak to, it's just so, they're just so old fashioned, I just, they lose all meaning for me personally, but it's for the kids, whatever, you got to get through it, I guess, let's just say I play Whamageddon, but with every single song.
We can do All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh God, no! Don't, do not do that one at all. Just no. Kids don't need to be singing that song because it's clearly about the sexualization of women. It's misogynistic and to say the least. It's terrible. I know Mariah Carey sings it, but come on, she's clearly only after one thing there, and I just think that's wrong. But yeah, let's do Holly Jolly Christmas.
You're the expert.
Let's get these. Well, I work in radio. I'm not, like a musical expert or anything like that.
All right. So do you head
Tyler,
with the kids to? Go ahead.
I'm coming with you, Tyler. I think it's time I do a little bit of market research, see what the kids are into nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the kids are into overthrowing the patriarchy and the redistribution of wealth to everyone. I think that's from the kids I speak to, anyways.
Yeah, no, I really kind of feel like they want the new cool cell phone and the game console. I want to find out which ones. I want to know how much are parents willing to spend on them to make their little ones happy.
Well, I think the youth of today probably have a better idea of like understanding that the cell phones and console systems are made by basically slave labor in third world countries taking advantage of them, eating up our resources, and just the servers to run these games and these phones. It's just a ecological nightmare, and I think the kids are aware of this.
Listen, those profit margins, they pay my bills, so I can turn a blind eye every now and then to a little bit of child labor, a little bit of greenhouse gas emissions here and there.
I guess I feel like the children are our future, and the children think they don't have a future because of all the rich getting richer and everybody else getting. But anyways, I digress. It's Christmas. I know nobody wants to hear this, but it happens.
Klein, I think we should teach the children and let them lead the way.
Listen, I'm about to go teach the children and let them lead this pageant. I'm glad to help. What else I got going on? My job is, like I said, I'm on sabbatical right now. I'm stuck in this town. I got to make the most of it, right?
Yeah. So cookies. Am I gonna make some cookies?
You guys do your cookies. Yeah, we'll do the thing.
Is Dr. Nice Guy, you're
Holly,
coming too, aren't you?
I was taking Holly to the scone shop, and then we're going to the coffee shop for a little
scone.
Holly was going to take you to the bakery. Yes.
That's where the
you're
bakery
certainly
is,
welcome to
right?
come around. Yes, Baker's Bakery.
Yeah, I'm not leaving you by yourself with Dr. Nice Guy here.
You're certainly not, because Robin asks Dr. Kyle, you're a veterinary surgeon, are you?
That is correct.
I've taken over I volunteered to run the dogs this year, but our normal vet, Dr. Kim has kennel cough. And for obvious reasons, we're keeping him away from all the animals. We need somebody to, make sure all the dogs are in top condition before this race.
As long as they haven't eaten any stuffed animals, I'm the man for the job here.
You do see since you're an Elf on a Shelf guy. Also, like the coffee shop, on a prominent place on the bookshelf in the main room overseeing the Christmas decorations is another one of these. Looks almost identical to the one in the coffee shop.
I'm not a big fan of your
Oh, they
What might
stay
be-
out of the way.
What might be traditional here is not what our traditional elf on the shelf looks like where I come from, and I don't approve of either. But as long as you keep yours away from the pets, that'd be fine.
Well, the pets don't like them.
Yeah,
You don't
I
have to
can see
worry
why.
about that.
So yeah, but I can help out with the dogs. Holly, I'd love to. While we're buying these scones, can I get you a croissant? They're from France,
Right, that sounds like a thoughtful gift, but I'll be, probably helping out the baker, and yeah, sure. It would
Of
be
course.
ungrateful of me to appear ungrateful. So,
Griffin rolls his eyes so hard you can hear it.
are you, Griffin, trying to block his game at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What specifically, besides eye rolls, are you doing?
Yeah, give him some Doom dice here.
Let's get some dice going.
Oh, I with Doom Dice? What? There's Doom Dice? I don't want
No,
Doom
well,
Dice.
It depends. Tell me what you're doing, and we'll roll dice and see how much of a
Oh, I
success.
see. Okay, so
So I'm
what do
trying
you-
to get dice.
Yeah, so
into
what do you
this.
want me to do?
Tell me how you're trying to block Kyle's game.
Hey, Holly. So what's your favorite cookies that you like to have at this thing?
Oh, they're all traditional. There's the frosted ones, the sugar cookies.
No, but
the,
what's your favorite?
the bourbon balls.
Man, let me tell you, I have this great recipe for bourbon balls that my grandmother gave me, and I've made them. Every once in a while, I get to make them in certain restaurants I work in. I'd love to get the chance to make them and have you try one.
All right, we're well, when we do that at the bakery, you can see how well you do.
Holly, I would suggest you stay away from his
We're
grandmother's bourbon balls.
Moving along. out of
And
the-
that's how just me saying that to her is how I am trying to derail him, because I'm trying to connect her with something that she actually likes versus just offering a random French pastry.
Robin is giving you imploring eyes about checking out his team. If you could do that, because Christmas is just a few days away.
His dog team.
Yes.
All right. Robin,
All right.
show me where these mutts are.
He will take you to the kennels, which are to the west here.
Holly, enjoy your breakfast with Griffin. I need to do some work with your friend Robin here, and perhaps you and I could get together this evening.
Sure. I'm not used to flirting, so
See you
As
later.
a-
See you later, Dr.
in
Nice Guy.
real life,
That was easy. I got
Uh,
a date tonight.
You do, and I'll give you a moment of closeness with the resident if that turns out. So okay,
If
let
that
me
turns
see
out.
what's going on. You might still throw a wrench in the work. Okay, so Kyle is going to check out the dog's kennel. Griffin is going to help Holly at the bakery, because we'll see what happens there. Frank and Tyler had followed the twins to the middle school, and most of the class in the choir and the glee club, such as it is there, and they're all singing in a cacophony. They're practicing their own things, and you walk in and do what?
Hi, kids. My name's Tyler, or Tyler Klein. You may have, I don't know if you, I'm not sure if the station gets out this far, syndication and whatnot. I'm a, radio personality. Pleased to meet all of you. My understanding is that you've practiced a few songs. I just want, what's you child? Hi, how's it going? Tyler Klein here. What's your first song here?
She introduces us. Oh, thank God you're here. And she runs up and throws her arms around your waist.
Hey,
Are you the new choir director?
No.
I'm Rachel Metzenbaum, and they always have me play the Virgin Mary every year. And because it's tradition, and because I'm the tallest. And
well, yes,
you got to help me. You got to get me out of here. I don't want to be a virgin anymore.
Well, let's try to rephrase it. You don't want to play the Virgin Mary in the pageant anymore, is what you're trying to say.
Let's do something fun here. Just as she says that, that's when Robin follows. No, God damn it, Robin is going to the dogs. But the vice principal walks in just at that moment. I don't want to be a virgin anymore. And please roll me a D6 because while you're sputtering and trying to change the subject.
I got a 5.
Okay. Then you succeed. But
yeah, like the pageant. You don't want to play the Virgin, the pageant, the Virgin Mary.
That's right.
Of the Bible, of the holy story of all of this.
However, she looks at the principal just then and says, these gentlemen are going to teach me how to be a woman. And the vice principal doesn't believes you that this is just a thing because she's into histrionics. But you do I'll give you one nice dice.
Ooh, a nice dice.
It's the same thing as a doom dice.
As this is happening, what Frank was going to do when he walked in and said, yeah, so any kids want to go ahead and make $5 here? I need to talk to some of yins about market research. What sort of games you interested in? And so I'm doing that as the principal walks in too.
So money exchange for teaching these people how to be grown up.
No, I'm trying to get.
Oh, he's going to sit down and watch you.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's the big game console. What's the big pretty Barbie playhouse that all the girls want? What's the most expensive gift that these kids want? How can we get their parents to shell out for it?
You notice as they're not saying things like a hoop and a stick, but they are not high-tech toys. Everything that all these kids, you think it's odd. Is retro really in? Are these people really into physical objects that they can play with, like a G.I. Joe action figure with Kung Fu grip or a Megatron?
Listen, are these like the ones from the 70s? Those are going for a lot on eBay right now. I mean, it's great if your parents are buying that. We're really in it here. All right.
They could be. So I'm trying to think of what dice you can roll because we're going to start rolling dice here in Act 2. Yeah, you've asked, and let's just roll a dice and. Like I said, you found out that this is not exactly what you expected. So we'll find out what you did learn, whether you succeeded. And since most of the things have a consequence, I'll try to figure out what that would be based on what you roll. D6.
That's a 5 on the dice.
Again, that's a success, but something bad happened. Yes, you found out you turned it into a nice thing, though, that you could still make money by selling gently used artifacts. So you succeeded in finding out what these kids want. I will give you one nice point on that, which, as it happens, mechanically raises the overall doom level anyway. But now you know. You think it's weird. And you, the two of you, try to get some order going with these I don't know how often you listen to middle schoolers in the choir,
Oh, I can't. Middle schoolers are the worst of children.
but you're gonna work on it for a while as we go back to Bill, who's heading over to the bakery with Holly and trying to bust up Kyle's game. You get in there, Griffin, and these wood-fired ovens that they're using, because it's traditional, at the bakery are on the fritz. One of them, the coke that built up in the chimney had caught fire, and the whole kitchen is like not burned down, but smoke damage everywhere. They ruined the entire night's batch of cookies. They're going to have to find some way to come together to get some cookies baked in this town. You were going to show her how to make bourbon balls. Can't do it here. Holly suggests if you guys can rally the troops, the homemakers in the immediate area might all volunteer their kitchens that you might help make the cookies in.
Yeah, Holly, let's do it. I can direct a crew pretty good. Like I run kitchens. That's what I do. So I got it covered. Let's make this happen for you, huh? Come on, let's do it. Let's go.
They get on their rotary phones and they call up their friends, and they have their friends call friends, and they're going to come up with a little brigade, and they'll take turns with trying to make huge batches, but in their small ovens at home.
So I've taken the time to, as the plan comes together of getting all these people together, I make a very thorough cookie list, and I'm like, okay, like I need to make sure that they don't fuck these up, and I'm like writing down the specific cookies, and like very general, simple, traditional, and try to provide a list back. Say here, these are cookies with pretty standard ingredients. You should all have these in your pantries. You should be able to make these cookies up pretty quickly. Top 3 Google results are probably the best. The best cookie recipes anyone would work for your baking instructions. And let's just make this happen. Yeah, let's try to make this happen for the town.
Nobody knows what you mean by Google, but they're not saying anything because you're just speaking like foreign language to them. Roll a d6 on this for this task.
I got a 3.
If I recall, 3 is you do not succeed and something bad happens.
That sucks. Okay.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah, you're right.
No, that's right.
That's exactly what it says.
That's right. It's all
right.
Not good.
Holly sees this list that you got, and you wrote out the recipes, and she says, these are all gluten-free. Nobody likes gluten-free, maybe like one batch, but everyone. So I'm going to give you just no, that's egregious. I'm going to roll a D3. Roll a D3.
Holly, gluten is so 1980s. Come on. I got a 2 on a D3.
Okay. I'll give you 2 since that was a fail. I'll give you 2 for that.
I have 2 doom dice already?
Yeah, you got 2.
That's cool.
I don't think we're going to nobody's going to make all 10 dice this year. Not at the rate we're going. You also wanted to, when you go back to the bed and breakfast, to use that oven for your part of this cookie. brigade.
Fiasco is what it
Yeah,
is.
this cookie fiasco.
A
Great.
fiasco.
That's exactly what it is. So you went back to the bed and breakfast to use her mom Ivy's oven, and you made those bourbon balls that you thought she would love. So I will roll another die for that one and see if that one succeeded.
I got a 2.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's even worse. You do burn those cookies, and though the smoke,
The
smoke did not. You were too busy trying to make moves.
Slam the oven door. This oven sucks.
Roll another D3 for that failure.
Oh my. No. Okay, never mind. That's still a 2.
Okay, so now you'll have 4 doom dice, but you shared a moment of closeness. You showed that you're not as perfect as you say. You showed your vulnerable side. I'll give you a 1 miracle die that you could use.
Yeah.
Time.
That's better. How many does Dr. Nice Guy have?
He's
4.
only got 1.
Where do you get 4 from? You're not the one that like the director gets to say that. You don't get to say you have 4.
I gave a tip. I gave her a kiss. I helped out somewhere else, and then I helped that other time.
Okay, well, you're currently in the lead for Holly's affections, Dr. Kyle.
It all works out.
You and Robin have gone to the kennel where his dog team is currently staying. You notice that hang on. Hey Siri, stop. You notice that the dogs are house pets, basically, not huskies or anything. They range.
I got a bunch of Grinch dogs as opposed to like actual sled dogs.
Yes,
okay.
They range between 40 and 100 pounds. They're like terriers and Labradors and a few mutts. None of these little toy poodles who would just not even make it through the snow. But they're.
Is this what you usually race with? These types of dogs? Is that your tradition?
Oh yes, the residents. The residents provide their pets for this, and we do our best with what we have.
Yeah, I would suggest like maybe your residents get some Rottweilers or Huskies or.
When they turn up at the dog pound, somebody comes to take them for their forever home. But no, we haven't had any Rottweilers or Malamutes or anything remotely big, remotely strong.
Great Danes. All right. Well, I mean, hopefully this Lemonville town that you're racing to is not too far away, because this is a sad sack of dogs that I'd worry. Like, what did they have to pull? Is it a heavy sled? Because I'm hoping it's just like a little toy wagon made out of plastic. Because I don't know how much they could pull.
It's 100 pounds of cookies to sell at a bake sale in Lemonville.
100 pounds of cookies, but no rider as well, right? Just the cookies.
Well, I'm the rider, but usually we run behind it rather than standing on it.
I look Robin over. I know he's handsome, but is he a big guy? Slight?
He looks like the kind of guy who stays fit.
All right. Well, it's probably good that you're running behind.
Unless you're into the dad bod. He's kind of got a dad bod, but he's still fit. Yeah. Like Baker Mayfield, basically.
All right. Very specific. Very specific there.
I don't know.
Yeah, but what do you need me to do to help these dogs? And what do you think of that Holly? She's a nice woman, isn't she?
Oh, she's my best friend ever, especially since my partner Travis died.
Oh, Travis, eh?
And even before then, we met because she answered a want ad. I was looking for a God damn, why do I keep forgetting words? A mother for my children. Not father.
Like
surrogate. A surrogate. I was looking for a surrogate for our children. And in the spirit of the holidays, she, the best gift is when you give of yourself, and she volunteered.
Oh. All right. Well, yeah. I'm a little discouraged by this conversation and a little weirded out. Can I? So yes. Anyhow, what do we need? What do we need to do with these dogs? And I'll.
You can give them the once over and either give them a thumbs up that they can be on the team or not. And if you find that they shouldn't, then maybe you can come up with some, what to do to get them action ready.
Yeah, I'll do a thorough checkout of these dogs and also ask if they have any other. Are there any small farms nearby that might have goats or other donkeys or
well, there is the Christmas tree farm just outside of town, but can you roll to see how well you perform?
I got a 5.
That is a success.
You did.
So they're good to go, but something bad happens. What would that be? The lead dog, I said they were between 40 and 100 pounds, but the lead dog is actually a yappy little Chihuahua who bit you.
Oh, this is why. This is why I get a rabies shot on the regular, just to be safe.
Maybe I'm going to give you a doom dice for that, just because you did have a bad thing happen. So maybe that little Chihuahua shouldn't go. You can convince Robin that that's not in his best interest.
Yeah, Robin, I think that this dog might best be sort of like maybe a mascot for the race that somebody could either you run with.
Oh, that's perfect. I can we can strap him on the top and he can bark the whole way.
Yeah, maybe put one of those antlers on him like Max has in the Grinch, and yeah, it'll be all festive and part of the tradition.
Perfect. And he puts his hand on yours and said, maybe we can go to the craft shop and put some little costume for him. It'll be adorable.
I mean, Kyle's not immune to what you've described as the most handsome man in town. So, I mean, I'm not immune to his charms. Sure. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
Kyle's going to make the best of what he's got.
Okay. Back to where are we going now? How about back to the middle school?
And just an FYI, you're showing that PDF there. I don't know if it's supposed to be hidden or not, but
I was just going to say the same thing.
It doesn't matter, but we're since we're now in Act 3, we're at 9:30. We got a half hour to wrap this up, so we got to be in Act 3. Robin leads and wants you to join in. You and he go to the craft shop to throw something together for the dog. Tradition 2, Holly is with you and Dr. Kyle making cookies. Well, let's skip this part for now. But we're back at the school. You're trying to get the pageant worked out. Do you have any ideas how to maybe make a traditional pageant that doesn't leave Rachel as the virgin and that doesn't like irritate the fuck out of you?
Well, that's the thing. Listen, kids, the Virgin Mary is a big part, but I think the best parts are played by those who want to do them. I mean, you got to really feel it. So, who here feels like who wants to take a stab at the one of the leads in the pageant? Here, raise your hand.
The twins both raise their hands, Carl and Carla.
Listen, Carl. I don't think we're there yet where you could play the Virgin Mary. I love the idea. I think it's great. Small town values and all that. I'm not sure how well that would go over. Me being just here, if this were my pageant, I would let you have it. I would, throw out those gender roles, throw out those pronouns. You tell me who you want to play. Why can't you be the Virgin Mary? I think, however, we're going to skip you. We'll get a part line up for you, Carl. Carl, right? And Carla,
yeah.
Carla, you can be the Virgin Mary this year. I think that's a great idea. You seem enthused about it.
Virgin Mary doesn't get any of the good lines.
Well, I mean,
I'm just supposed to. With this beautiful voice? Listen to this, la 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 la, and I'm supposed to just kneel there doting? No, I want a solo.
Okay. Well, I mean,
You're the little drummer boy. All right, you can have a solo on the. He picks up like a tin can and goes, "Here, you can solo on this."
No, drummer boy's the worst. What kind of like a gift
Carl,
of like they have
Rabs,
a newborn?
that's a thoughtful gift, John. You get one thoughtful gift.
No, they have a
Miracle
newborn.
point.
The last thing any newborn baby needs is somebody banging the drums on them. The mom and dad are tired. They need some sleep. They don't need some kid banging a drum over here, okay?
Carl has already taken the can and he's like whacking it with a stick.
Jeez,
Bang, 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 bang. He's not stopping. He loves it. So there is that.
Carl, why don't you take that beat to the back, okay? To the way back, I think is how orchestras work. If you put the percussion in the back. So just keep going. When you think you've gone far enough, just go a little further, okay? Thank you. Carla, you want to, Virgin Mary? I'm sure we could throw a solo in there, like, Mary, did you know? No, I didn't, but thanks for, the hint. We could throw something in there for you. We could mix it up, kind of make it new. I like this idea, Carla. I love it, in fact.
Okay. Sure. Let's for the sake of dice rolling, roll another D6.
All right. That's a 4.
That's a success. But something bad happened. She did learn this. She did learn that song, and you're going to hear her practice it all night. Oof.
Now we need 3 wise men. They give. They're maybe the most important here. They give very, very nice gifts. We need 3 people who would very much appreciate giving out very, very nice gifts.
Rachel can do one, and I guess Timmy and Josephine volunteer.
Gold, frankincense, myrrh, taken care of, done. We got our wise men, women.
That's great, Frank. You nailed it. You sure did.
You did nail that one. Actually, I want you to roll because trying to boost the doom dice here.
It's a 6.
Okay, you had a thoughtful gift as one of the miracle dice. You don't need to use it because you already got a 6. But to use a miracle dice, you roll the normal die and a miracle die, and you take the higher of the two, and then you no longer have that miracle die. And if you roll a 1 or a 6 on the miracle die, something weird happens. You got a 6. Something you gave them. You gave them actual like items of value that will be stand-ins for this gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Yeah, I took my pocket watch off. It was gold. You know,
did.
You
You
give
did.
him a
That's
little
great.
Rolex there. Make it real.
I'm going to have you roll a d6 to see how many nice things that you've, nice points that you've accrued from this wild success.
1.
Okay, well, good. Because that has the exact same mechanics as a doom die. Okay. Who's back? We're on Griffin. You're doing the cookie exchange.
Yeah.
You need 100 pounds worth of cookies for this dog race tomorrow.
Yeah.
How do we think that turned out? Well, we already know. All the ladies in town and some of the gentlemen, the housekeepers of whichever persuasion, have all they bringing to the bed and breakfast because the bakery is burned out. There piles of cookies, and you may sort through them and find the best ones, the ones that haven't been, broken or
Yep.
too crispy. And Holly thinks, are you the best judge of what's too crispy? But,
That's a little rude.
well, yeah. But he's not that into you, bro. Not at this point. Anyway, so you can roll to see if
If I pick good cookies.
you can actually pick good cookies.
I can't pick good cookies at all.
What did you do?
I rolled a 1.
Ouch.
Griffin is just doomed.
Bro.
It's
Okay.
so appropriate that I'm just playing like the biggest douchebag because my culinary skills are just atrocious based on my dice rolls.
This is why you were let go from your last job. I'm just saying.
Pretty much.
Okay. Roll me a D3 again. While you were like sifting through the cookies, you dropped several trays.
Yeah,
Those ladies are going to have
rolled
to
a
go
2.
back and. All right. You are now up to 6.
Oh shit!
Doom
Oh
dice.
god, I'm so sorry.
Holly asks you, you and your friends were going to go to Houlihan's, I think. And then she just like goes back to like start over. There's like maybe 20 more pounds of cookies that they have to redo.
Yeah, good.
So-
Yeah, good call. Nah, just leave. I throw my hands out. I walk outside. I light a cigarette and walk over towards the bar.
Okay.
Defeated, completely
Dr.
defeated.
Kyle, you are in the craft shop with
Robin, yeah.
Robin.
Are we finding anything good?
That's up to you. Are you just, just looking for specifically a Max each pointing out something, the cutest thing that you've ever seen. And say, what about this? Are you like, you know, is there an exchange of ideas going here?
Yeah, I want to give Robin some
say.
ideas to get some gifts for his good friend Holly.
Oh, she deserves like everything and more, but I just can't. I just don't have any like ideas. What can you give the mother of your children?
I mean, jewelry always seems nice, especially something specific, like something she likes and that can relate to that, like Carl and Carla, like something with their names on it, maybe.
Maybe, yes. I'm sure you can find something like that in a craft store. Maybe make like some of those like crystal jewelry stuff that you find at the Ren Fair.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's something like that.
I'll give you a moment of closeness miracle die, and give me a roll to see how well the two of you can put together some kind of
3
costume. You misspelled Carl.
Yeah, I spelled it with a K.
Coincidentally, you misspelled Carla.
Well, also with a K. And is Holly's name spelled with a K? Like, I just get a bracelet that says KKK on it, unfortunately.
Well, you just talked yourself into a D6.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Messed up, man.
Go ahead.
Oh, I got a 6 that time.
Trigger warning.
You got a 6, seriously.
Yeah.
Robin looks askance at you. Like, dude, really? You now have 6 doom dice, naughty dice.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah.
That's as much
okay,
as me,
so let's
right?
wrap up this evening and move into tomorrow when the race happens and pageant and everything fun. You guys like see each other on the street and you said, how about that drink at Houlihan's?
Indeed.
And you head out south along the square. It's getting dark. I mean, it is dark. The residents have wrapped up decorating the main tree for the night. And as you walk across the square past the gazebo, past this giant tree, two odd things happen. One, you see Tech Bro all drunk coming back the other way from Houlihan's. You see that he's got antlers on his foreheads, and you hear the jingling of sleigh bells, and you see no sleigh bells on his person. He just drunkenly nods curtly at you.
This is what I see?
That's what you all see
All see. Okay.
As he's passing the four of you, you're heading to Houlihan's. As you head past the gazebo / tree, you smell it smells like pine and peppermint and pumpkin spice lattes, a very sweet smell emanating from the region of the gazebo. It makes you feel really nice, really good, really at peace. It's like the kind of stuff that's not the one that makes you paranoid, but the other one. It's just, you all just start to giggle.
Hey, Frank, man. Frank, this place hasn't been half bad, huh? It's been pretty cool.
You know what? It's not the hustle and bustle, but They got a vibe going on here. They got a vibe.
I tell you what, man, my cookie mojo is off, but like to this, I can't bake a cookie for shit, it seems right now, but man, this like something must be something in the air. It just feels, I mean, even right, Dr. Nice Guy, it seems kind of nice right now.
I could just sit at this gazebo and for a long time, just give up the vet practice and just stay here, man.
I mean, I could help rebuild the bakery and maybe that's where I could be the most beneficial,
I tell you what, man, I heard this just the worst rendition of just about every Christmas song you could think of tonight, and I don't even care. Like, I don't even hate it. Like at the time, I was like, "Oh, this is terrible," but like right now, I don't think it's that bad.
I mean, Klein, maybe they need a new music instructor. Maybe they've got some local radio you can tap into. You thought about doing podcasts? You can do that anywhere.
I'll be honest with you, like this sabbatical I'm on, it's not just holidays, man. The new conglomerate that took over, I just don't think we're vibing. And I feel like I need something different, something more in tune with the people and, more just grassroots, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Grassroots.
Yeah, I think we should go have a drink and talk about what we want to do around here. This seems like it might be worth settling down in a place like this. We should talk through a plan.
Griff, I like the way you think.
Maybe we could just like we could all incorporate into a business in this place and really help these people out and then make a name for ourselves here.
All right.
I like it.
Frank can market us around the town.
All of you who have stayed at the gazebo, if you were just passing by, you would have gotten one roll, D3 each of you, and then see how many nice points you get.
Looks like I get one.
I get 3.
2.
I get 1. Of course you get freaking 3.
You're a nice guy. What do you want?
Yeah. I'm Dr. Kyle.
He's really not. He's really, it's just a front.
I missed the first 30 minutes, so I don't know.
Griffin and Frank, I didn't hear what you said.
2 for Frank.
Okay.
I got a whole 1.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's 1.
And so
single 1.
Okay,
What was
here's
that
how
again?
things
1.
Here is how things stand before our final day tomorrow. Bill, you have 7 Doom points. Sean, you have 9.
Yes.
John has 3, and Chris has 4.
All right, 4 nice dice?
No,
You have.
Doom,
I
right?
don't recall
4 Doom.
unless I misscored. I don't have any miracle dice in your column.
I have 2 nice dice.
Right.
Okay.
Wait, Kyle, do you have 9 and I have 7, or or am I reversing it?
I think I heard I have 9 Doom dice.
You have 9.
That's crazy.
All right, so I have 4 Doom
Wow.
dice is what you're
Bummer.
saying.
Yes, essentially, they're Doom. I'm calling them Doom points rather than dice because I've changed the mechanic a bit so that in order to counteract whatever doom you may experience on the morning, you're going to roll against your Doom points rather than Doom dice.
Okay.
So you make it to Houlihan's, and since you all stopped at the gazebo and you're all in a good mood, he's not going to give you shit. But like that other guy, you don't accrue any more doom this evening. You just have a nice time. And Houlihan the hooligan doesn't have to give you the beat down.
Well, that's
make
good
it
to hear.
Back to the bed and breakfast. Sorry, Tyler, there are no more rooms at the inn. You have to sleep on one of the couches in the main, the living room. One of the couches, because Holly has to take the other. And night passes without any much fanfare, no more doom. Morning starts. This is the day of the big race. This is the day of the pageant. The women and the other homemakers had managed to scrape together enough ingredients to make the 100 pounds of cookies. They load up the sleigh. Robin is there. Max is sitting on top of the sleigh. The team from Lemonville is also ready to go. The route takes them out through the past the Christmas tree farm, all the way to past the dump to Lemonville to drop off the cookies, and then back along the river to back to town. You have given the dogs a sign off.
Yep.
The race starts. Lemonville has all like Malamutes and Huskies, and
Of course they do.
because the townspeople are nice. They're not booing too hard. They're booing, just enough. Nothing like really hateful or angry. They're not hurling curses at their families. Nothing like that. But they're cheering obviously louder for their own team. The dogs go. It's going to be a little bit before they come back to finish the race. Everybody finishes. Do you help finish decorating the tree at the center of town? Holly's there. So's Robin is off on the running the dogs.
I'm sticking around with the dogs and helping, making sure that they finish right and that they don't.
Oh, you're running with them?
I'm not running with them, but I'm wherever they're going to end up, so that.
They're going to end up here.
Yeah, so that I want to be where they end up, so that I can take care of the dogs and Robin if necessary.
All right. If anybody,
I'm going to the
messing
tree.
around- Okay. Because you love that whatever holiday spirit is wafting from the gazebo.
Hey, Holly,
it's
can I
still
give
there.
you a hand decorating the tree? I'm sure I got to have better luck at that than the damn cookies yesterday.
Oh, I'm sure you will. You must. So
Your life
she's,
depends on it. I mean,
you've already got a miracle die for a moment of closeness with Holly. You could spend that reducing your doom level, or you could like say try to get another one, such as a thoughtful gift, a wild and impetuous gesture, or help the needy.
yeah, my wild and impetuous gesture is the fact that I'm going to rock out and decorate this tree and do a kick-ass job at it.
Okay. You weren't going to try to kiss her or nothing.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not that bold. I got to show my worth, you know? So yeah,
Alright, Farmer.
I get in there and I start grabbing ornaments and start hanging stuff up.
Sean, you have 9 doom points so far.
Yikes!
before Robin runs off with the dogs, did you want to? You have 2 miracle dice that you could spend to reduce your doom, or you can add another one.
Before he leaves, I give Robin a kiss and say, "I hope you and the
There
dogs
you go.
I hope you and the dogs can make it to Lemonville without any problems."
Now, do you want to spend any to reduce your doom?
Yeah, I'll spend 2 miracle dice to put my doom down to. Is that how that works?
You roll them.
Oh, so I rolled 2 miracle dice.
As many as you wish.
Well, I think I have 2, so I got a 6 and a 4.
It would actually bring you down to 0. Or you could also reduce Bill's doom if you wish.
Oh, sure.
How would you like to spend that?
Hey,
10?
he's Dr. Nice Guy.
I mean, I'll take my. So wait, so it's for each. So I rolled 10, right? So
He's like a
Right.
cleric.
yeah, I'll take 5 off of mine and 5 off of Bill's. In addition to I wanting Robin to do well, I want Robin's mother of his children to do well.
All right. So doom now stands at 2 for Griffin, 2 for Kyle, 3 for Frank, and 4 for Chris.
Well, I guess I got a lot for showing up late. That's kind of
Yeah, yes, but as I recall, you had like a horrible outcome, so I had you
fair enough.
roll a little higher. Frank has 1 miracle dice for a thoughtful gift. Do either of you want to try anything today while the dogs are out racing to increase your miracle dice?
I think I will. I'm going to give Carla a pep talk on performance because she's she's taken on this role of the Virgin Mary in the play. It's kind of a big role, so I'm gonna let her know. Just pretend like you're just talking to family. Don't think about anybody else. It's just relaxed, casual. Take those breaths and just go out there and just become Mary and just embrace the performance is what you really ought to do.
I'm just going to say that's help the needy because she needs it.
Works for me.
So that is 1 miracle die. So you both got a miracle die. Anybody at the tree helping decorate, you would increase your niceness by inhaling the vapors that emanate from beneath the gazebo.
This gazebo rules.
It does. You mentioned that, and Holly says, "Oh, it's the best." That's why this town is called Istrad.
I guess I don't know what Istrad means.
Istrad is the god of tradition who lives beneath the town.
Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Not unusual at all to have some random god be
Not
your
at
town
all.
and be no.
No, and so our entire lives are focused on maintaining traditions, but only the ones that make people feel good. All the shitty traditions, like hating people who are different than you, stuff like that. We're not into that. We help
You know
the
what?
needy. We always welcome strangers into our midst. It's our town, and maybe you'll become a resident.
Holly,
And then-
I love this idea of just because something's tradition, if it's awful, doesn't mean we need to continue it. I love this idea. I gotta say,
And
what were the traditions, 200 years ago? Was it slavery? I mean, women not being able to vote. These are traditions. We got to break traditions. I love this. It's almost like a progressive idea of going forward. I think it's great.
Yes, it is. time passes because we got to wrap this up. The pageant is in the evening after the dog sled finishes. In the afternoon, about the time that they expected the racers to finish, Lemonville had come in. They had delivered cookies and to their own town, it turns out, and they had come back and they clearly won the race. And you're starting to wonder what happened to Robin and the dogs. Time is, they should have been back by now. So what do you four decide to do? Holly's worried about, obviously, the perhaps father of her children.
I mean,
Definitely.
If their roads are clear, I'll get back in my Ford Bronco and go look for Robin and the
The
dogs.
roads are not, but there is the traditional sleigh
I was going to say, if there's a sled
out
around,
by the Christmas tree farm, and they do hitch up the horse to it, and sleigh bells jing, jing, jingling. You can go out along the route that Holly goes with you because she knows which the route to go. You may
I
hit
love
on
it.
her. Who
I
else
love
with
that.
us? Who wants to hit on her? Well,
I think it's just me and Holly.
okay.
And we ride the sleigh out of town, and I look back at Griffin and say bye-bye.
That's good. That's great. You've done your part by removing his doom.
Griffin
okay,
flips
so
you
you're out.
off as you go away.
That's not a very nice tradition.
No, it's not.
So she does. You go past the Christmas tree farm and out past the dump, and you're gonna like turn over to Lemonville, and you notice that the sled is turned over, and all the dogs have like been. Robin is pinned under the sled. The dogs have all unhooked themselves, and they are just marauding through the dump. They're having the times of their lives.
I look to see if Robin is hurt and if I can help him in any way.
Luckily, he is not, because you are a veterinary surgeon. You think he sprained? You think he sprained his knee? You help him get the sled off his body, and you put him on the sled. The cookies are gonna have to just stay there. Oh, the dogs ate the cookies.
Holly, I think we need to get you and Robin back to your room at the bed and breakfast.
Give me no, don't give me a roll on this one. That's too many. You round the dogs up and get them hooked up. And Robin says, "What about Max?"
Where is
and you do a search of the dump, and Max is certainly there. He's on his side, just like vomiting and just generally out of sorts. You do give me a roll on this one for your veterinary handling of the situation.
I rolled a 6.
Excellent. You noticed, you diagnosed him with a intestinal blockage. For public service for the people at home, do not let your dog eat garbage. You are going to, do you have your veterinary tools with you at all?
Of course. A little black bag filled with my medical tools.
Okay. Are you prepared for surgery, though?
Probably not.
Okay. You got a 6. Something good happens. You found the dog. You get I'll give you a nice point for that. And you and Holly get back in the sleigh. Holly is going to run the dog sled home. You in the sleigh with Robin and Max are heading back to town for an emergency surgery.
Mhm.
And when you get there, the vet's office is still closed because the vet has kennel cough and obviously
That's
no
right.
dogs can enter. So, how is it that you managed to save this poor Max who needs surgery desperately?
It turns out that the chain on the jewelry that Robin bought for Holly is the perfect piece of wire to actually use as a replacement ligament for Max's bad leg, and really tie it all together with that little piece of wire that's there, so that he can live a long and full life, and be able to walk again.
Okay, Robin appreciates that. It was his leg that was hurt.
Well,
So, I mean, you
was also
rigged
saving-
something up for him.
yeah, but then I also saved the dog too by
The dog had the intestinal blockage.
the intestinal blockage that I used to I used the wire. It's just thin enough. Also, the jewelry wire was just thin enough to fit down the dog's throat and poke through the blockage and allow it to pass through.
Okay. I was hoping you and Griffin could like work something out, but that works too. You did get a 6 to save him. So it was something wonderful. Everybody's happy. Everybody like slaps you on the back. The whole town is out. They all want to buy you a beer. They all want to give you a thoughtful present from the craft shop. And we move into the pageant, which Frank and Tyler were running. Robin is sitting out on this one because he did hurt his leg and he can't like step up to the conductor's podium. So, how do you two handle this pageant?
I think with the I see that Robin is sitting down. I just take over as the MC. Welcome to the Christmas pageant here in town. We've got some changes, but some traditions, and I think it's going to be a great show. Let's start off with a song from our middle school class. Let's go! Yay!
Middle school class. Let's see how they do. Roll me a D6.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm rolling like Griffin over here. That's a 1.
It is awful.
I guess because I didn't announce which song we're gonna sing first, like just different groups of kids are starting like singing different. I'm just like,
Do you want to roll your a miracle die to see if you get better than a 1?
I do like a stop and then I like one more time. Yes, I will, and that's a 5.
Awesome. This is the best that they've ever heard. But they're all still off key.
Well, I mean,
So that's the bad
just
thing that
middle school.
happens.
They're not professionals.
No, they're not. John, you notice that everybody's like bringing in homemade gifts to give to Dr. Kyle. That's got to be rubbing you the wrong way.
Oh, so much.
Is there anything you can do to say, give them a prod in the right direction into spending actual money during this holiday season.
I sort of get up on stage, disrupting the play, and I just say, yeah, if I can just have everyone's attention for just like 30 seconds here. All I gotta go ahead and say here is, if it grows on a tree, or if it's just ribbon and bows and it's done with macaroni, they don't love you if you get that as a gift. You gotta it's gotta be shiny, it's gotta be cold, it's gotta be metallic, it's gotta be.
I love macaroni. Yeah, give me a roll a d6 to see how well you convince these people.
A 3. It's not gonna be great.
That's actually, they start booing you. I know it's against tradition to be mean to people, but they're not buying that shit at all. No, because, gifts come from the heart. And like,
No, they come from the store. They come from the store.
they're not buying it. So we then wrap this up. It's after 10. The following morning is Christmas morning, and the entire town turns out. They gather around the Christmas tree in this town square, and they join hands and start singing. I'll leave that to your imagination.
Whose story?
Yes.
Whose story?
Griffin has 2 doom points.
Exactly what I
Dr.
was
Kyle
thinking.
5. Frank has 4. Tyler has 4. And what you, let's see. Bill has, Bill, Sean, and John have 1 miracle die that they can add to their roll. You will spend 1 die and miracle die if you wish, and you want to roll higher than your doom.
My understanding is my doom is 4 because I took 5 away earlier, and I rolled a 4. That's not higher. That's meat. Does meat beat?
Well, I want to have some consequences here, but
I
let's
rolled
see.
a 5.
Okay.
Rolled a 6 and a 4 on the miracle.
Okay. Then you take the higher one. So you rolled 6. And Tyler, Chris.
What do you want me to roll? I'm rolling here. I
Just
rolled
a-
a 5.
1d6. Okay. Everybody passed, but since Dr. Kyle tied, I want him to decide. Both Holly and Robin get down on one knee before you and ask you if you would stay and marry them. One of them. Do you choose to do so?
Just one of them? I can't marry both?
Let's start a new tradition.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The rest of you, just as the 3 of them kiss and presumably have a wedding.
Well, that's something you don't see every day.
The snow stops altogether. You see plows plowing past, actual snow plows. There are cars that are being dug out by residents. And perhaps for the first time ever, you were glad that you're snowed in Ashtabula and not Istrad. So that's how, I guess, our little holiday movie, it had kind of a happy ending. But 3 people managed to escape the clutches of Istrad, the town of tradition. Again, this has been a game that was written by... no, I got to look it up because I forgot.
It's Howitt, right? He was also the guy
Grant
who did...
Howitt.
He also did Eat the Reich.
Oh, he did?
No kidding.
Yeah, I think he was part of that as well.
He does have a Patreon page. You can look up Grant Howitt. And if you enjoyed this or you think you can do it better, you probably can. But we were kind of rushed. We had finished in 90 minutes. So
I mean, I feel like I would have stayed behind too. I like this town. Seems pretty nice.
I'm sorry you passed your doom
Ah,
dice
son of
check.
a bitch.
Griffin would not have stayed behind by choice, or unless it was by choice. No.
No. Well, you also blew it with Ollie, so why stay?
Yeah, there's no reason to. I'm out. See you later, Dr.
All right.
Nice Guy. Have fun.
All right,
I
next
will.
week, Chad should be back, and we will continue our Santa's Workshop adventure.
This was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good time.
All right, thanks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
everyone.
See you next week.
Well, that was truly a blast. A very different game from what we're used to. There are a lot of great one-pager type of role-playing games out there that satisfy all sorts of unique tastes. Maybe head over to DriveThruRPG.com or RowanRookandDescartes.com and pick up some of Grant Howitt's one-page games, like Honey Heist or Sexy Battle Wizards. Well, anyways, as always, thanks for listening, and see you next week. Hello, listeners. Have you been enjoying the Wednesday Night Crew and our real play sessions of Eberron Adventures, along with our special themed one-shots, and playing other RPG systems like Outgunned, Call of Cthulhu, Basin, and Alien the Role-Playing Game? Well, if so, then maybe you should head over to Patreon.com and become a patron, just like our first 3 patrons, Sean, Andrew, and John. For just $3 a month, you get your name mentioned in the podcast credits. More tiers will be added as our podcast family grows. Why don't you head over to patreon.com/The Wednesday Night Crew and sign up. You can even sign up for free if you don't want to donate. We're just happy to have you. We hope to see you there. Thanks for being a dedicated listener, and as always, see you next week.